Hi everybody. So, updates. The last two times I tried to teach in person didn't work out for various reasons. So we are going to go just online again until you guys are back in the office and feel comfortable coming to practice yoga at the gym. So we'll just go back to this and I'll be posting twice a week. I was on vacation, so I'm back now. Anyways, I thought today we could do a lot of hip opening and just kind of get right into that. So thanks for showing up. My name is Paige, and I am here for you to really connect to yourself and get a nice workout and have some fun. So let's go ahead and start in child's pose. This is the first thing we're going to do, open the hips, right? So sit back with knees wide, but then reach through the fingertips. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. See if you can find Ujjayi breath. So you constrict the back of the throat and make a hissing sound. This is how you can lengthen the breath. I know I saw that comment, I think it was Rich that said that it was hard to breathe that long. So this Ujjayi breath is teaching you to lengthen the breath out, to smooth it out, to like, it's almost like you're just, taking the breath through a straw, so it's like a slower pace, and you can really draw it out. A couple more breaths like that. One more. And then rise up into your tabletop. Stack your joints whenever you can. And from here, inhale, open it up for cow. Exhale into cat. Few sets, just taking that time to warm up the spine. So I was traveling. I went to Vegas for a few days, and my body's hurting pretty bad right now. And just sitting on a plane, not even that long, but just traveling, right? Needing to get those hips to open up, or just sitting a lot. We'll focus on really releasing that today. Neutral tabletop, and from here, let's go and walk the hands a little forward. Toes curl under. Downward facing dog, pedal out the feet. Shake out through your head and your shoulders a little bit more. Place the weight equally in the hands to protect the wrists. And then from here, bring the right leg high on the inhale, bend your knee, open your hip, and then do circles. So you're gonna bring your knee, knee to nose, and then you're gonna move your right knee out to the right and then back up into that open hip. Two more, knee to nose, out to the right, inhale, exhale, open the hip, and then bring it in, out to the side, back up, and go ahead and drop it down for the other side. Left leg goes high, bend your knee, first open the hip, equal weight in the hands, pressing the right heel down as much as you can. Exhale, knee to nose, inhale it out to the side, exhale, open the hip. Take an inhale, exhale, knee to nose, out to the left, inhale, back up. Exhale, bring it in, one more out to the right, back up, and then drop it back down to the ground. And from here, step forward to ragdoll, feet about hip distance, soften the knees just for a moment. Shake it out up and down, left and right. Roll the wrist, forward and back. Interlace your hands behind your back. Let your head go even more. Breathe here. One more breath together. Release your arms. Keep the right fingertips or right palm down, and we're going to bring the left arm high. Bend the right knee and lean back into it. And then switch it for the other side. Left hand down, left knee bends. Bring the right arm high, lean back. Inhale. Exhale, fold back into it. Inhale, halfway lift. Go ahead and plant your palms and step back to high plank, high push-up. Watch out for my kitties. She's all over the screen today. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, lift it up for cobra, nice and gentle on the spine. Exhale, back and down. Then push back to child's pose. So widen your knees. Sit back to child's pose. Keep the hands where they are, but then inhale, go ahead and lift the feet. Point the toes towards the back of your head. And then two more of those. Drop it back to child's pose. And then inhale, lift it up. Exhale, open it up. One more time. Drop it all the way back. Inhale, roll the spine. You can bend the elbows back a little bit and then rock your legs to the right and the left. Dip your shoulders as you gaze opposite. And back into tabletop. From here, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. As you exhale it out, look forward, step or hop outside of your hands for frog or malasana. We're gonna sit down to the, just checking that the timer's going. I've been recording classes and at the end, they didn't even record or I get an error. So that's why a couple of times they didn't get uploaded in time. Use your elbows to push the knees apart. Roll through your neck in both directions. Nice and slow, maybe about 2 or 3 in both directions. Close your eyes so you don't get dizzy. And then from here, we're gonna come up for 5-pointed star. Take an inhale slowly all the way up, big breath in. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back up. Over to the left. Inhale back up. Exhale, go ahead and bring your hands down towards the ground and bring your left leg back. We're gonna go ahead and keep our left hand down, bring your right arm high and lean back into it. And then exhale, go ahead and switch it out. Left foot forward, right leg back, right hand down. Inhale, keep moving your left knee out to the left, lean back, and then bring your left hand down. Step back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga this time. Upward facing dog. Press the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's go with that again. Take an inhale. Big exhale. Step or hop outside of your hands for malasana. Sit down in the hips. Lift through the chin so your chin's parallel to the ground. Use the elbows to push the knees apart here. Breathe into it. Nice long spine, one more breath. Come up, inhale. Over to the right, exhale. Back up, inhale. Over to the left. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, bring your fingertips down to the ground. Take your left leg back, left hand down. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, switch it out. Right foot back, left arm high, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and plant your palms. Step back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Lower halfway chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's go for this one more time and switch it up just a little bit. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop outside of your hands into that frog. One more time. 2 more breaths. One more, get that audible breath. Make it the soundtrack to your practice. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Over to the right, exhale. Back up, inhale. Over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. You're basically just keeping the legs the same there. And then step your left foot back, drop your left knee down. Keep your left palm down. As you reach back, capture the pinky edge of your back foot. Pull your foot in, breathe here. If this is a lot on your knee, you can always make more cushioning underneath your left knee, but you want to lean forward as much as you can and move the right knee out to the right. Pressing in that bottom hand, and then from here, kick back. Rotate from the front of the knee, right, to the outside here, and then lean back, kick back a little further. Squeeze the shoulders back, so I'm on the pinky edge of the right foot. One more breath. Bring it back to center first, then nicely release and switch your legs out. So you're gonna bring the right foot back. Drop the right knee down, press firmly into the right hand. As you reach back with the left arm, bend your back knee, capture the pinky edge with the palm of your hand. Pull your foot in, Lean forward in the hips and the left knee goes out to the left. So you're on the pinky edge here. Press into that right hand, kick back at any point you want here to open your heart and your throat. Another round of breath. Nicely bring it back to center. Then release. Press into the hands. Step back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale to your belly. Take those cactus arms. Line up your elbow to your shoulder, especially in the right arm right now. Keep your left hand underneath your left shoulder. And we're gonna bend the left knee as the right ear goes down. Stuck in the mud pose. Taking this arm variation. Breathe here. One more breath. Bring it back into center. Left ear down, push your left shoulder head down, bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder as your right leg goes behind you. 4 more breaths. Be patient with your body. Hi, girl. Yeah, 1 more breath here. Watch out, Leela, you're gonna get crushed. And back to your belly. And then hands underneath your shoulders. Push up, high plank, nice and strong. Downward facing dog. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Right leg high. Inhale. And as you exhale, sit down into a figure 4. And stay here for a few breaths. Two more. Keep sitting into it. Keep drawing your hips back and heart forward. 1 more breath. Take it up, one-legged Tadasana again. And then open all the way to Warrior 2. So it's a big giant step back. Settle into the front knee and open it up to the left. Push into the pinky edge of that back foot and open up the arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, come forward. Reverse warrior, inhale, take it up. And as you exhale, right hand comes down to the ground. Lounging lizard here. Dip into the right hip, reach back. Bring it back into low lunge. High plank, shift forward. Chaturanga, up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Go ahead and look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift, lift the toes, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. One-legged Tadasana with the left leg high, inhale. Exhale, sit down to that figure 4. So you're just crossing the ankle, press the knee down, toes flexed up. 2 more breaths. Find that heating breath. If you want the cooling breath, exhale through your mouth. One-legged Tadasana, big giant step back. So your front foot stays where it is, and then you settle back into the hips, shoulders over the hips, open the arms, take an inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, and then lean back as much as you can and find that length. Inhale to reverse warrior, big breath in. Exhale, left hand down, lounging lizard. So pinky edge of the front foot, dip into the hip, reach back, gaze back. Bring it back into low lunge, step back, high plank, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take a few breaths here. We're still building some more of that heat. Just checking the time here, cool? Let's do that whole flow. Switch it up a little bit, but one more time, let's go for it. All right, so we'll go ahead and start in downward facing dog. Feet together. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Halfway lift, lift the toes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg high. Figure 4, sit down into it. Good, maybe reaching towards the ground this time just to get a little more intensity going on, a little more sensation. Tap into your intention of why you do this practice. And then tap into the breath and tap into sensation, all of it. Finding your yoga through those three things. One-legged Tadasana. Right leg high, inhale. Big giant step back. Inhale again. Exhale, extended side angle. Let's go half bind, bottom arm forward, engaging your core here. Keep the legs nice and strong. Reverse warrior with the half bind, inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Lounging lizard, so pinky edges fully in both feet. Bring it back to low lunge, high plank. Inhale, shift forward, exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Feet together, inhale. Tippy toes, exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. One-legged Tadasana, left leg high. Figure four. Whatever breath you've got, just try to have this like up until the end of the practice. So it should be about 25 minutes of really solid breath work. So really focusing on that and just let the postures be what they're gonna be. So maybe you reach to the ground, sit down into that bottom knee to really find even more of a shelf to rest on. It helps. We're gonna come up one-legged Tadasana. Left leg goes high. You've got this. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, keep the front knee open. Exhale, extended with the half bind. Bottom arm forward. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Lounging lizard, commit into it all the way. Bring it back to low lunge. Chaturanga. Up dog. Back to child's pose. Arms go back, forehead down, breathe here. We can get a lot done in 30 minutes, but check in with yourself along the way to make sure you're safe and you're meeting yourself with what you need today, right? Every practice is going to be different. We don't have to compare it to the last one or what we think we need to be doing, but really show up for ourselves the way we need to. So we're going to keep our, let's see how we do this. Let's go ahead and keep our legs like they are. Bring your forearms down to the ground, fingertips forward, toes curl under, push the ground away. So you're starting to like lift the shoulders, push the ground away. Hands don't come together, elbows don't come together. Keep them just like that, toes curl under, pushing into your forearm plank, or dolphin pose. Breathe here. Your head is off the ground. Relax your neck, relax your facial expression as much as you can. Stay with it. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Come down to your knees, and then we'll go ahead and come up to the tabletop for a moment, but keep your knees together, move your feet apart, and sit back and down for hero's pose. So you can sit on pillows here, you can sit on blocks or anything like that, or you always have the option of having one leg straight, or that straight leg could go to the inside of your leg, so you have like a half hero's pose here, and the other leg could be on the inside. So lots of options. It's up to you how you want to take this. Give yourself some time to be playful on each side with this. If you wanted to, you can also move back. As long as your knees don't come up off the ground. So if you want to start to make your way back, you can go to the elbows. If you want to lay all the way down, careful, lay all the way down and maybe grab opposite elbow and pull your elbows towards the ground behind you. If your knees come up, then don't force it. If you have one leg straight, you could always fold into it here. You could have the foot on the inside of your leg and make this a twist. So it's like little changes in the pose can make it a whole nother posture for you. The more you practice, and especially a home practice is going to be so different than when we practice in studio. A home practice is, I feel like, more challenging, but also you get to learn a lot more about yourself, and we're not focusing on like all the other students in the room. So if you find that you like a different pose right now, instead of leaning back and you like to twist, you could go for that. But I want you to really just find what's gonna serve you. Otherwise, don't waste your time, right? And then from here, bring your legs out in front of you. Point the toes forward. I got a blister on my foot, so I got this bandage. It keeps falling off. Fingertips point in. Lift it up. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. 4 more. Stack your joints. Last 3. 2 more breaths. Make it count. 1 more. And then lower it down. So a lot of times we think about hip opening. We think of just kind of opening the inside of the hips, but I like to try to get all around, right? We're trying to get every part we can. So we're going to think about this next pose kind of being like a half pigeon, but in just like a variation on it. So you're going to take your right leg and lean into the right hip, and you're going to try to get your right leg, Jackson, you're going to try to get your right leg about 90 degrees with the toes flexed in. And then from there, you're going to go ahead and bring your left knee maybe to your right heel. So your right leg is about 90 degrees. It's not going to be perfect. And then your left knee, your left leg is just going to be that half hero's pose again. You can flip your toes back, or your toes can be flexed out to the side if that's okay. Just make sure it feels all right for you. So your right heel is touching your left knee. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and crawl forward towards the front of the mat and hold here. So this is going to be intense, but it should be at least more accessible for most of us, including me. I have a really, really hard time with double pigeon or actual like fire log pose and all these hip opening and the outside of the hip and the inside of the hip too. But this is a nice variation. You want to like think about your right shin being parallel to the top of your mat, and then your torso is parallel to that, like you're lining yourself up to that. And I'm just on my forearms here. If you wanted to lower down, you can bring the elbows wider and stack your palms and rest your forehead. You could turn your palms up to try to allow there to be a little bit of a surrender, so that you're not resisting so much, and maybe you can let go into it a little bit. And just notice, like when you lean your weight around and kind of move it around, notice how you'll feel that sensation change a little bit. So get what you want out of this. If you're going to interlace your hands, do it loosely. Try not to like super grip your hands together. Relax through the neck. You can even let your head drop a little bit, but don't put too much tension on your spine by dropping your neck. Keep the right toes flexed to the right knee. We did a little bit of preparation on this, so hopefully this isn't killing you too much. And then we'll go ahead and come up, and we'll switch it out for the other side. So think about your left leg first being, I have my right leg back, so maybe that's first. Left leg being pretty much parallel to the top of the mat. Toes are flexed in, and I'm really gonna lean over to the left to get that leg that way, right? And then from here, again, toes can be flexed in with the right foot or back, depending on how your ankle and your foot is, what works best for you. Like when you take hero's pose, what works best for you, same thing. And we're gonna try to connect the left, behind the left heel to the right knee. And from here, slowly crawl forward and come down to the elbows and forearms. Find a way to keep the hands pretty relaxed. There's a tiger walking through there. Toes are really flexed in with the left foot. And then try to pull the weight a little more to center now and pull your heart forward and lower it down as much as you can comfortably. This side I'm a little more open, so I feel like it's a little easier. And you might find that in your body, right? Just recognizing it. You don't have to judge yourself for being tighter on one side. Please forget to unplug this water. I'm sure it's pretty loud in the background. Where are we on time? Ooh, yeah, pretty much right there. So as you want to come out of this posture, press back up And we will bring the legs over our head for plow pose. So this is like, it's basically the same thing as a forward fold, just legs over the head. You can keep your hands on your lower back. You want to use your core to get up and down, but if your toes don't touch the ground, don't release the hands. If your toes touch the ground, you can play with releasing the hands. Use your core, maybe lift your head to roll down nice and slow. If you want to land in a happy baby or a bridge pose or a twist, wrap it up here. You could even just circle around and around the tailbone and massage the glutes, might feel nice. If you need more out of this practice, go ahead and pause this. Maybe get some core, maybe get upside down, maybe take some back bends or head to knee pose, whatever you're feeling to wrap it up. Otherwise, we will go ahead and drop into Vinyasa. Give yourself a good hug in. Find a resting pose here. Get as comfortable as you can and just flop it out. No more effort now. Close your eyes. Every time you do this practice, I give you so much credit. There's probably nobody holding you accountable, right? Like, I can see how many views we have, but unless you comment, like, I don't know if you're doing this or not. So when you do this discipline, especially at home, it's gonna spill over into other disciplines in your life. That's why it's nice to be consistent with this practice in so many ways, because it's gonna be so much bigger than what's happening while we're just practicing our asanas and our breath, right? It's gonna spill over into so much more that we do. Notice where you're still holding tension. Try to just let it go. Drop heavy into the ground and let the ground hold you as it comes up so you can let go. Give yourself like another minute here, or if you need more time, feel free to pause and drop into your meditation or any other poses that you need. Start to slowly come out of your Vinyasa if you're ready. Finding your way to a really tall seat. Maybe at the beginning of class you were kind of slumped. Everything was kind of just shut down, closed in. And here I want you to lift the shoulders back and down. Find as much length in the spine. The belly is not pushing out and it's not round, like you're not pulling it in either, right? We want to find that nice neutral pelvic bowl. Bring your hands to prayer. Take an inhale. Exhale. Taking everything you've learned with you from this practice. Apply it into your life off the mat. Thumbs to your third eye center. Inhale. Bowing to the teacher in all things. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for being patient with my kitties. So we'll just go back to this twice a week, and please put in any requests or questions or reach out to me.
I'm back to teaching at the river for now. If you want any classes in person, I can also let you know. I'm going to be starting like nighttime classes too outside. Thinking of calling it Sunset and Sangrias, and maybe watching a movie projected on a building, and have all these fun things coming up. So if you want to get involved with that, let me know. You can send me your email, and we'll stay in touch. All right. Love you guys. Hopefully you're staying well. All right. Bye.